Welcome back. In this video we're going to create the facility for users to comment on posts, and the way we do that is we're going to create a new page, and this is going to be a page template. So save this as comments.php and save this in the same directory as all the other PHP. And then for this we're not going to reinvent the wheel, we're just going to copy the comments page from the 2014 theme, which is included with the WordPress download. So if you go to your WordPress installation in the htdocs and then open up Tranquil WP, and then if you go into the content and themes, I'm going to use the 2014 theme and then open up the comments.php. So select all and copy, and then paste the content into comments.php and save that. So we can leave pretty much all of the comments.php as it is. We'll just remove the WordPress 2014 references just from there. And there's certain benefits of using the template from one of the included themes. It adds some nice features such as checking if a post is password protected. And there's only one or two little things we need to change. If we scroll down to the printf line, and I'm just going to customize this slightly by changing 1/4 to comment, and then on the next line change fort to comments, and then save that. And then to include this back into our theme, we need to go over to the single.php template, and then I'm going to put this underneath the pager. We need to tell WordPress whereabouts in the blog post we want the comments to appear, and it's usually at the bottom of the post. So let's put this just below the pager, and I'm going to add a comment just in here, and this comment I'm going to say load up the comments template, and then after that open up the PHP tags, and then use the comments template function, and then save. And then if we go over to a blog post and refresh, you should see at the bottom of the post that we've got the facility now to leave a comment. So let's go ahead and add a few sample comments and check it's all working okay. So there's our first comment. We can also reply to the comments. Just say hello on there and then post the comments and check it's all working. So there's our 2 comments on there, so that's good. So next I just want to go into the CSS and add some custom styling and make sure that the comments fit in a little bit more with the rest of the website. So head over to our style.css, and then I'm going to add some styling to the bottom of the page. So copy the comments. I'm going to add this just below the blog single post and change the comment to be the comment section. So to get started, I want to make sure that the comment section at the bottom has a similar kind of style into the sidebar modules and also the blog posts. And the way I'm going to do that is by copying the same styling as we used in the sidebar module. So just copy this section, and then find the selector. So if we open up the Chrome Developer Tools with Inspect Element, we need to find the ID of the container which surrounds all of the comments section. So click the magnifying glass and then find the surrounding container. So it's the div with the ID of comments and then the class of comments area. So let's add that in now. So the div and then the ID of comments and then the class of comments hyphen area, and then paste in the styling. Let's see how that looks. Good, so that styling now matches the rest of the page. And next, I just want to highlight the comments, just so they stand out a little bit more from the rest of the background. So we'll give this a dark grey background, and also add a border around, and also a little bit of margin just to separate them out. So the class that we need is comment body. So first of all, we'll start with the background, and the background color is EEE. And then the border radius is 10 pixels to match the rest of the site. And then the margin, we'll put 30 pixels on the top and bottom, and 0 on the left and right. So let's save and refresh. And next I want to add the divider image between the header and the comments. So let's find out the selector for that. So click on the magnifying glass and the header. So that's got a class of h2 comments title. So let's add that in now. So h2, and then the class of comments hyphen title. And then let's grab the same styling that we used in the blog post title. So if we scroll up to the blog section and look for the blog post title, we can copy the exact same CSS, which gives us the image and also the styling, and paste this into the comments title section and save. And let's take a look. So that's looking good. So next I want to add a little bit of margin onto the bottom of the comments, and also a dashed line across to separate the reply section. So to do that, we need to use the class of comment list. So let's add some margin to the bottom of 60 pixels, and then border onto the bottom of 1 pixel and a dashed line. And let's take a look. So there we go. And then we're nearly there now. Let's do a little bit of style into the reply section. So I'm going to make the text area to be the full width. So let's get the class for that. So the selector for that is text area with the ID of comment. So type in text area, and then the ID of comment. So set the text area width to be 100%, and add some margin onto the bottom of 20 pixels, and then refresh. So now that's full width. And the last thing I want to do is style the submit button, and I'm going to make it the same as the submit button that we used on the Bootstrap website. So it's got the same blue color as the rest of the website. So let's find out what the selector is. So the input has an ID of submit. So we can just add the submit ID onto the button default up in the global section. So just after button default, separated by a comma. Also add the ID of submit. And then do the same in the hover state. Submit hover. And then back down to the comment section. So under the text area section, also add the submit ID. And let's make the button match the text area by giving it a width of 100%. So let's save that and see how that's looking. And refresh. And we don't need the developer tools anymore. So that's looking a lot better now, that's looking good. So one thing that you may not have noticed so far, when we've been adding the comments and we click on the reply button, as soon as we hit reply, we're taken to the bottom of the screen to add a reply. And this is fine for now when we've only got 1 or 2 comments. But on a page that's got tens or hundreds of comments, we don't want to be taken right down to the bottom of the page. We want the comment box to appear just underneath the post that we're commenting on. And luckily WordPress has some JavaScript to do this. So the way we can add the JavaScript in is by heading over to the functions.php. And if we look for the enqueue script section in the theme setup, just underneath the bootstrap JavaScript, we're going to add the comment reply script. So we'll check first if the post is singular. And then we'll enqueue the script just as above with WP enqueue script. And the script name is comment reply. And a semicolon at the end of there. So save that. And if you go over to WordPress and refresh, now if you click on the reply button, and it's not working for some reason, so we'll just check why. We're still taken to the bottom of the page. So let's take a look over this. We need to make sure that it's within the curly braces. So cut this section out that we're just done and paste it within the curly braces or within the function. So save that and let's see if it's working now. So click on the reply and there we go. So now rather than being taken to the very bottom of the page, we now have the JavaScript enabled, and this makes sure that the box appears just below the comment that we're replying on. So there we go, so that's a fully functional comment section. So thanks for listening and we'll see you in the next video.